COPWATCH, policing the police every single day.
High-level Seattle cop found guilty of repeatedly raping his own children. A 21-year veteran police sergeant from the Seattle Police Department has been convicted on numerous accounts of rape and incest for unspeakable crimes against his own daughters. By Matt Agorist, June 15, 2018. Seattle, Washington. In case after horrifying case, those in positions of power are exposed for their crimes, showing how these positions often attract society's worse. One recent example of this is a police sergeant in Seattle being found guilty on Wednesday for the repeated rape and molestation of his own daughters. Daniel Amador, 46, had been free on bail as the trial progressed over the last several months. However, he was detained on Wednesday after a jury found him guilty of first-degree child molestation, second-degree child rape, third-degree child rape and first-degree incest. According to the court documents, this vile top cop routinely raped his older daughter, known in court papers as AB, about 5 times a week, and also molested his younger daughter, CA. The abuse took place for more than a decade and the little girls were unable to tell anyone as their father was a cop. Both of the victims, now ages 24 and 19, described their horrifying childhood in which AB was Amador's favorite one to rape while CA was regularly belittled. According to Seattle PI, AB testified to undergoing regular pinnings, which involved Amador holding her down in his bed and talking with her extensively while either touching private body parts or raping her. "I wasn't allowed to have secrets from him," AB testified June 5. According to AB, the rapes began when she was just 9 years old and persisted even after she had gone away to college. According to CA, she testified that the pinnings were more of a punishment for her. This vile individual would lie on top of her and grope her while they were sometimes partially or fully naked. On multiple occasions, Amador would force CA to leave the room, then he would move the dresser in front of the door to his bedroom while AB was locked inside. He would abuse AB in his bedroom for hours. Showing the power police have to sweep things under the rug, in 2013, a cousin of the girls called CPS to report CA because she began cutting herself around the age of 12 as a result of the pinnings and years of abuse. However, Amador was able to escape any accountability and told his family that if anyone found out about him raping them, they could lose everything they had if he was fired from being a cop. AB hadn't told anyone about being raped as Amador had instilled so much fear in his own children that they were terrified of what might happen if anyone found out. During this time, Amador was being promoted within the department and used this to threaten his children even more. "If I helped keep CPS away, it would help keep us together," AB said of that time, and keep them away they did. As Amador was an upstanding member of the Seattle Police Department, the claims against him were likely written off as they must have been fabricated by some anti-police nut job. Once she finally left the house and the control of her sadistic and horrifyingly abusive father, AB realized that remaining silent was not something she should continue to do. During that time, Amador had divorced the girl's mother and remarried. Knowing that Amador's new wife was pregnant with a baby girl, AB realized she had to say something to save her half-sister from a lifetime of abuse. In March of 2016, AB and CA came forward with their accusations. In a wise decision, they went to a neighboring police department to do so. As TFTP has reported on numerous occasions, oftentimes, police departments will protect their own, even if they are abusive animals like Amador. In April of 2016, the Lake Forest Park Police Department arrested him. Likely due to his massive salary as a sergeant, Amador posted the $750,000 bail and quietly resigned from the police department after 21 years with them, likely keeping his taxpayer-funded pension in the process. View image on Twitter. View image on Twitter. Deborah Horn. Heavy checkmark. @DeborahKiro7. Seattle PD Sergeant Daniel Amador formally charged with child rape, incest. in Kinko Jail on $750,000 bail at Kiro 7 Seattle. 10:31 a.m., April 19, 2016. 1. See Deborah Horn's other tweets. Twitter adds info and privacy. During this time, Amador was allowed supervised visitation with his new daughter but was not allowed to visit the ones he'd abused for years. On Wednesday, justice was finally served and this monster was found guilty. A sentencing hearing has yet to be scheduled, but Amador will remain in a cage, keeping others safe until that time.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.